for you coming up. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. So here's Oklahoma City starting group. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3. And for the Grizzlies, Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Wells is out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Edey in at the center position. And these two teams are both aggressive, attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
Now here's Morant. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Williams scanning the floor. It's Gilgeous-Alexander at the elbow. And he gets the bucket.
Gilgeous-Alexander, fantastic concentration.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Outside Jackson. Now here's Wells. Not a lot of room. Morant outside. And now here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break chance. 2 points. That one goes. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second basket of the game.
Gilgeous-Alexander in traffic uses that athleticism.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I caught up with the Grizzlies head coach. We talked about the matchup problems that Chet Holmgren presents. He said defensively, Chet can warp the inside of the paint. And at the other end, he's going to drag his matchup out to the three-point line. That's what makes this 7-footer such a special player. Guys?
Thank you, David. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Following the miss by Ja Morant. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. 5 on the clock. Williams passes to Hartenstein. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. In recent years, Brent, we've seen Oklahoma City turn into a contender simply by developing their own young talent.
Yeah, blocks on sticks, on bricks, on blocks, and that's what they've done. They have not signed a free agent, big-name guy. They built from within. They built an incredible roster by drafting well and fostering the growth of these young players, along with the coach who has given them a lot of belief. It's been pretty magical in OKC.
Here's Morant after the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Morant. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
That's good from Morant.
And it's hard to pick a more electrifying player in the league than Ja Morant. He explodes off the floor.
Santi Aldama's checked in for the Grizzlies. Cason Wallace, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Both free throws good from Morant. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Williams kicks to Wallace. Morant with the steal. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. And then jammed down right as he goes over Jalen Williams.
You love the energy and effort Morant provides, especially when he's on the break.
Now Wallace. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Hartenstein with the screen for Wallace. Offline with his 3. For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Pass to Jackson. Morant against Wallace. Aldama with the ball. Clock at 6. Bain inside the three-point line. No good. That would have tied it. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Now Hartenstein. The Thunder with another miss. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Bain against Dort. Pass to Edey. Out to Morant. Connects from three-point range. Morant's got 7 points.
And you look at how ready Morant was for that. He was on his spot, feet planted, ready to fire.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Some changes for Memphis. Buffs jacked in, and Pippen subbed in for Morant. And then for Oklahoma City, Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Aaron Wiggins comes in for Chet Holmgren. And it's Alex Caruso in for George. Wiggins, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Bounce pass, Pippen. Outside, Bain. Off target from outside. The Thunder with the lead. To the middle. Pippen against Caruso. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pippen, a screen on Wallace. Back to Pippen. Caruso with the steal. And now, in transition is Wallace. Here we go. The Thunder shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Oklahoma City, Wallace. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Wallace. And so he hits both. 12 seconds left in the first. Pippen feeling it out a bit. Jackson down low, and it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. Goes up the baseline, and it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Oklahoma City out in front. They lead by 3. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
Just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
Well, they've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
Pippen is out there with Luke Kennard. And there's Jackson. Then it's Santi Aldama. And it's Huff in at the 5. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Wallace, good. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
First team foul. At the line for Memphis, Jackson Jr. Shooting 1.
It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
Pippen against Gilgeous-Alexander. Kennard for 3. Wiggins with the rebound. The Thunder leading by 5. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Pippen outside. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. For 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. Here's Kennard. No scoring in this one. Outside Pippen. Back to Kennard. That falls nicely on the feed that time from Pippen.
And as long as Kennard keeps knocking down those threes, he's going to get more opportunity.
Wiggins, a screen on Pippen. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Wiggins. And the Grizzlies call their first time out of the game.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Some changes for Memphis. Wells, he's checked in for Santi Aldama. Bain comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's John Morant in for Pippen. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Holmgren comes in for Aaron Wiggins. Jalen Williams is checked in for Alex Caruso. And it's Dort in for Wallace. Shot clock at 5. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
And going up strong inside demonstrates confidence. Morant not afraid to get physical.
The Grizzlies shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. That's good from Morant. Santi Aldama's checked in for Jackson. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Caruso's checked in. That one drops. He ties it up. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you. Jalen Williams is a do-it-all dynamo for the Thunder. Coach Mark Daigneault said, "We've cross-matched him onto centers. He'll shift them to a point guard. It's hard to explain how impactful that is for you. You have a great offensive player that you're also moving all over the lineup." Kevin?
D, the versatility. That is pretty special. And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bain seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
Here's Morant. Thunder with the rebound.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Williams passes to Holmgren. Caruso against Morant. Now, here's Dort. He's guarded closely. Makes it off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Thunder lead.
And you love it when Dort gets that kind of momentum and is charging towards the basket. Not many people want to get in his way.
Back to Morant. This one for three. Sinks the three-pointer. Morant's got 12 points in the game.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And good that time.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Wells wide open. No good on the triple. The Thunder leading by 3. Dort kicks to Holmgren. Good on the triple. 5 points in the game.
And with that threat of the outside jumper, Holmgren generates space for this offense.
Morant surveying the D. No good on that one. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Now an update on Luke Kennard from David Aldridge. Dave, what'd you find out?
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with the Grizzlies' head athletic trainer, and after looking at it, he's told me that it doesn't appear as serious as they initially thought.
Good information, David. He's certainly been on our minds. Now, at least, Greg, we have a little more clarity.
Yeah, now they have the information they need to take the best course of action.
Everybody wishing the best for him. We all know how badly he wants to be out there playing alongside his teammates and competing.
Taking a look at the Thunder. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the small forward spot. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. That one's not going to go. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Now here's Wells. Still without a basket. Morant outside. Shot from the wing. Dort grabs the miss.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Pass to Williams. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8.
Come on, SGA. Putting some sauce on it.
Brent, it seems like throughout his career, Gilgeous-Alexander has an answer to whatever the defense might throw at him.
Well, the defenses don't have answers to stop him, Kevin. I know that. This guy is so quick with the basketball. He's so good at adapting on the fly with the ball, getting around the initial defender to make plays. Superstars have that quality. SGA has it in spades. And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
And yes, it's good. And now it's an 8-point Thunder lead.
You have a guard like Gilgeous-Alexander that fights inside. It can add some spunk to your team.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
And the Thunder making a change here. Caruso's checked in. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Morant. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
Obviously, Morant has found his flow here, finding plenty of ways to create for himself.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Morant passes to Bain. Pass to Jackson. On the rebound goes to the Thunder. Dort with the ball. Now defended by Bain. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Jackson gets the bucket.
And how about the strength of Jackson there? Uses it whenever he's going up inside and fighting through the contact.
Hartenstein finds Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander against Morant. It's rebounded by Memphis. Edey's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Now here's Wells. Defended by Caruso. Here's Morant. And it's good for 2. Morant's got 18 points.
And no problem for Morant that close to the hoop. Once he gets inside, he makes it look easy.
Williams passes to Hartenstein. Oklahoma City moving it around. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Shot clock at 6. Drills the three-pointer. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And we're all too familiar with these kind of outbursts from SGA.
Morant against Gilgeous-Alexander. Wells kicks to Jackson. Up top, Morant. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Morant.
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
Williams for 3. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Thunder lead by 11. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Desmond Bain. Santi Aldama is out there with Wells. Then it's Pippen. And it's Huff in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Williams finds Wallace. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, their plan working to perfection there if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
No adjustments made by the other team, and they couldn't defend against the speed of this group. They've been running over them in this one.
Well, something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff. You got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
Back to Bain. Pass to Wells. Here's Huff. The shot's good. Huff's got his first points of the night.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
Wiggins sets a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one drops for him. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 14 now for the Thunder.
There's a great pace to Gilgeous-Alexander's game. The mid-range fits well.
Pippen with a wide-open look. From outside, off the mark. Oklahoma City's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Here's Joe, guarded by Bain. Joe with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Wiggins. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Wallace misses. The Grizzlies trail by 14. Bain with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Bain passes to Aldama. No good that time. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Pass to Huff. Over Wiggins. And again, Memphis no good. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Driving to the basket. And he uses the glass on the layup. And that's 20 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The Grizzlies have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter.
Timeout.
The Grizzlies call timeout.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Chet Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Williams, he's checked in for Case and Wallace. And it's Dort in for Isaiah Joe. Gilgeous-Alexander against Morant. Pass to Wells.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Payne for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Holmgren sets the screen for Williams. A second chance effort, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
.141 left to play here in the fourth. And here's Morant. Inside. Edey gets the bucket.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Oklahoma City.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
So many times on the defensive end, showed off those quick mitts, jumped all over the opposition and swiped the ball away a number of times.
Morant outside. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Thunder with possession. They're on a 12-4 run. Now Williams. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Morant against Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Love to see that kind of effort from Gilgeous-Alexander on the defense. You can get in your head at times.
Here's Williams. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. But as we go, let's take a look at our player